Night of Champions is over and the results are in. Welcome to Past the Current. I'm Lan Mind alongside Joviverse. What is going on, Jovi? Welcome.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. We're doing this for another time, a second time, because the first time it wasn't recording his audio, but we're here. Jovi just came from a road trip from Virginia, 13 hours. His back hurts. He carried his whole family there and back. And he didn't get to watch it, but he knows the results, and we're just going to react to it. And I want to start with the main event, which was the WWE Undisputed World Championship, and that it consists of Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and Gunther. Jovi, your immediate reaction once you saw the result of this match, what were your thoughts?
Surprised, man. I wasn't expecting him to win. I'm gonna be honest. I thought they were gonna keep it on Cody for a bit longer, maybe until SummerSlam.
I think we all thought that too.
So it was a pleasant surprise, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I was immediately impressed with WWE to pull the trigger on this because, again, we said in the last episode, we didn't really give predictions. We were just talking about, like, where is WWE going with this and what does the future look like? And we made the assumption, like, if you want to sell tickets, you want to put asses in seats and grab the eyes of the consumer to watch SummerSlam for 2 nights in August, you got to have a prime player there, which would be Cody Rhodes. He's been the face. He's been QB1. We just assumed this is what it was going to be. This was just filler. And nobody thought this was going to be Sami Zayn. He just came out of a feud with Trick Williams and the Gingerbread Man. Who would have thought Sami Zayn?
Yeah. No, but I'll tell you what. I'll give you a shout out because I know last week you're like, you want to shock the people? Have Sami Zayn win.
Yeah.
So, shout out to you for that guess.
And I said that, like, you want to do something different. This is the route you go. And watching the match, because I watched the whole thing. We went live with a watch party with it. And I said in the beginning of the PLE, I said, I have a feeling Sami Zayn's going to win, and call me crazy, but this might work. And I didn't think he was going to pin Cody to actually win, but I thought, hey, this might be an opportunity for Sami to pin Gunther to, win the title, because I didn't think you would let Cody get the loss. But it worked in a way where it was a roll-up, and not so much like a haluva kick or something to knock Cody out. It was just caught by surprise. Cody does a double Cody cutter to both Sami Zayn and Gunther, and then he goes to do something else to Sami. I think he was trying to do another Cody cutter, and then Sami Zayn reversed it. Then he tried to do like a power bomb, and Sami flipped him, and it was just all happened so fast. And I'm like, I was in shock. I couldn't believe it. And the crowd went crazy in Saudi. So I was like, this is great. But now what happens next? What happens going into SummerSlam? What does Oba Femi do, being that now he is the king of the ring? He beat Jey Uso. A lot of people were upset about Jey Uso being in the finals, but WWE picked the right person to win, which was Oba Femi. What are your thoughts on that?
On Oba winning, I think that I was pleasantly surprised that Brock Lesnar didn't come in. I think all of us were like expecting Brock.
Yes.
And thank you, WWE, for not doing the predictable thing. I'm very happy that it was just Oba winning straightforward. No interferences. So, I think it was a bit expected. I don't think anyone was able to beat Oba in that whole lineup that we had for King of the Ring.
Yeah, no one was close.
A little expected. But I'm actually super interested to see what Oba does as far as choosing a challenger, because he didn't choose one. He won, and we don't know where that's going. We don't know if he's going for Roman, or we don't know. I guess he can go for Sami now, right?
Yeah, he can pick whoever. So that's the thing.
So that's good. I think having that open-ended there opens a lot of, maybe they already have a plan, but if they don't really have a set plan, it opens a lot of options for a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it opens, the possibility of many things happening.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying, and I agree. I think this is awesome for Oba. A lot of people are expecting for Brock to show up at some point. Whether that be this Monday night on Raw, which I'm going to be at in Atlantic City, so I'm excited to see that. Roman's going to be there as well. We're going to see a standoff between Oba and Roman. Oba did say that he wanted to challenge Roman after WrestleMania, after beat Brock Lesnar. So do we see Oba go after Roman? I think it's too soon for him to go after Roman. Roman is such a huge, like, I know Brock is huge, right? We all understand that. But like Roman, the tribal chief, head of the table, Roman Reigns is just somewhere above that. You know what I mean? And I think if Oba faces him at SummerSlam, it feels like a far gone conclusion that Oba does win and beats Roman. And then what happens to the bloodline? What happens moving
Too
forward?
soon.
And
Too soon.
Yeah, so that's where I feel. I feel like it's too soon. And that being said, and I was thinking about this too. What if Oba picks Sami? Oba then has an opportunity here to then beat Sami and then join the SmackDown roster. And that means Sami Zayn only has the title for 5 weeks. Is that okay? Are we okay with that? How do you think this works out if he does go on the route with Sami Zayn? Does he squash him?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Honestly, I know the people love the fact that he won, but I'm okay with Oba going after Sami first prior or getting that belt before going after Roman. I think we were in agreement here. Roman versus Oba has to be a WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's how I picture it. It needs to be the most monumental match of the year. Everyone is expecting him to go after Roman at some point. Why not save it for the largest stage of the year?
And it'll be back in Saudi. So that'll be WrestleMania 43 in Saudi. And I think that will be we talked about this in the last episode too, that makes the most sense, having Oba versus Roman at WrestleMania in Saudi in 43.
It does.
So there are people.
So I think Oba goes after Sami at SummerSlam.
Yes. And there are some people speculating that this can be an opportunity for Brock to show up at some point, who knows when, to defeat Sami Zayn, take the title from Sami Zayn, to then force Oba to face Brock for the title at SummerSlam. Yeah.
Oh, they got to work fast then, man. They got 5 weeks to figure that out. Like, all right, so Monday, you're going to see Brock. Let's just call it right now. When you go see wrestling on Monday, you're going to see Brock at some point coming in. That'd be fire, right? If you see him. You're going to see so many superstars that day, man.
I know. It's going to be insane.
So I don't know. I like the idea though. I like the idea of Brock just coming in and just doing something to get the belt. I mean, it makes sense to me. It does make sense to me. And then you get the match, Brock versus Oba SummerSlam. It's a huge match, and people are, expecting the trilogy. So yeah, I agree. That sounds great.
Yeah, I think this opportunity here sets the tone for SummerSlam. And it makes it a big marquee match for main eventing Sunday night with the WWE Undisputed World Championship, and having Oba face Brock for the trilogy and the title. So it's not really ending Brock Lesnar career. It's really just facing him for the title. He takes the title. Brock still has a career in WWE, and Oba now finishes the trilogy. He's the champion moving forward. He probably holds that title all the way to WrestleMania. We probably don't even see Roman versus Oba. Maybe we do. Who knows? But it will be Oba holding that title. We probably don't even see Cody going after the title. I mean, what happens with Cody moving forward? Where do we see CM Punk when he comes back moving forward? Where does Randy Orton fit moving forward? When does Drew McIntyre come back? How does he fit moving forward? Does Kevin Owens return at some point? How does he fit in the story moving forward? Like, there's just so many scenarios. Maybe that doesn't even happen, and Sami Zayn just holds the title, and maybe he faces Cody at SummerSlam, and he beats Cody, and we don't see Cody for some time, and he comes back as a heel or something. We get the Homelander Cody that everybody's been waiting for. So
yeah, Homelander Cody. I'm all for that, man. But people love him, man. So I don't know. It's so hard to make him a heel, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. And then I wanted to talk about the Queen of the Ring, Liv Morgan, Io Sky. Io Sky wins, and then at the end of the match, she says she wants to face Liv Morgan again at SummerSlam for the world title. And she got cursed. Liv Morgan got cursed on her way to the ring by Danhausen, so we all knew she was going to lose. He's 12-0 with curses right now. And it just seems like she's going to lose the title. I thought, and I think you thought too, that Io was going to go after Rhea Ripley for her title.
Yeah. I thought they were going to do some sort of best friend fighting.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Clash there, but no. I mean, I'm glad Io won, man. I'm so happy Io won. That's such a great win for her. She's a great wrestler, and I don't know if I was expecting her to win. I wasn't too sure where they were going with this, but I'm glad that they went this route, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't know either. But once we saw Danhausen come out, and I was kind of confused, and then she comes out, I'm like, oh, this is how we get her to lose because of the curse, and it doesn't look too bad on her. So then she still holds the title till SummerSlam, and it gives that idea like maybe she can get over the hump. but you can't break the curse because then you diminish Danhausen and his run. You know what I mean? The curse must live on. So I
It
think
has to live on.
yeah, I think Io Sky goes. She wins. She becomes the new women's world champion, and she does her thing. Io moves forward on Raw with the title. She has another run with the title and see where she goes moving forward. And yeah,
Yeah.
I think that'll be best for Io and best for the women's division on the Raw side of things for WWE.
I agree. I think give her the belt, let her hold it for a while until you're ready to put somebody else over, and then let Io put someone else over with that belt.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with that. Then our next women's match was the women's US title match, which was Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton gets the win, but with some interference. A lot happened at the end of this match, and it was Michin and B-Fab coming in to do the distraction, and then you have Chelsea Green coming in from underneath the ring to then help her, and then at the end, you have Charlotte Flair, who then slaps Jade Cargill. She goes in the ring. Tiffany Stratton does a finisher, and she wins the match. There was so many moving pieces, but it really set up for Jade and Charlotte to have a match at SummerSlam. What did you think of the results of this match?
Yeah, I'm a Tiffany Stratton fan, so I'm glad with the results. I'm not a fan of the constant interference, but I get it. I get it. You have to set up whatever's coming next. But overall, I'm glad she won. But this match, I wasn't really the biggest fan of.
Okay. Yeah, I think this was just thrown together just to tell a story moving forward. And this is the first time, from what I can remember, that the women's U.S. title was put on a PLE. Outside of that, I don't remember another time it was there. But because you have someone like Jade Cargill in the match, you're gonna, put this match on a PLE to bring eyes. But I think again, it was just all to set up Jade versus Charlotte at SummerSlam. And I also think we're probably gonna get a match between Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green at SummerSlam. I feel like Tiffany Stratton is going to turn heel because everyone's loving Charlotte. Everyone's loving Chelsea Green and her character, and you could agree Chelsea Green is just great. But this will give the opportunity, instead of Chelsea Green being the heel, so to speak, she then turns into the face because of the turn of Tiffany Stratton. And they'll have a title match. And I think you give the belt back to Chelsea Green and see what she could do with it, beating someone of a caliber like Tiffany Stratton, then bringing that title, bringing it back to, another champion who's had the title prior. This will be her third time having the title.
Yeah, and hopefully she holds it for a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like every time she gets the belt, it's kind of stripped away right away. So hopefully she gets this win, or I think they're setting up for it as well. She gets the win, and the people want to see her win. So give her the belt and let her hold it for a while. Let's see what she can do with it. Let's have those fun matches.
Yes,
she's fun to watch.
Very entertaining.
She's always bringing the comedy. So let's just see what she does with it for a little bit.
Yes, and then this wasn't the last match, but this was a match that I think we all knew who was going to win. Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints. I didn't really care for it. In the beginning of the match, Ricky Saints was able to get rid of Little Yachty, and Trick Williams beat him clean. And what happens with Ricky Saints? I kind of feel bad for this guy. He was doing great in NXT. He comes here, he wins and loses so many times. He has this trilogy, so to speak, with Carmelo Hayes. What happens with Ricky Saints now? I don't know. And honestly, I'm being honest, I feel like I don't care either what happens with Ricky Saints. I feel like Trick Williams is doing his best that he can as the U.S. champ, but maybe have him do something else. I don't know. I feel like everyone he's faced so far between Sami Zayn and Ricky Saints, there's not really much going on for him unless you're going to have him go against Carmelo Hayes. Now, that's a match I want to see. So what do you think of the results of this?
Same as you, man. I wasn't really a fan of the match. I think we both thought Trick Williams was going to win.
Yeah, of course.
I have a question for you. Is what's his name? Ricky Saints. Has he ever been in a tag team?
No.
Or is he more like a solo guy?
I think he's a solo guy. When he came into NXT, he was a solo guy. He kind of teamed up a little bit with Ethan Page, but they weren't really a tag team, so to speak. But he's really a singles guy, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say, I mean, since he's kind of just thrown in the mix right now, why not get him in a tag team? Or I don't know. Me personally, I guess I want the tag titles to mean something again, and I feel like there's not enough on that side of things.
Yeah.
So
on both sides, on Raw and SmackDown. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I would love to see them start building up the tag team division again, even if
Hmm.
it means maybe slapping some of these guys together that don't usually tag team
Yeah.
or that are usual singles. But yeah, man, I don't really know. I'm glad with the win. We all expected it, but I don't know where they go from here. I don't
Yeah.
know who he faces or like where what are they doing with Trick Williams? Are they just going to keep him as kind of just a face leading things? Are they going to
Yeah.
take him like? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a limbo. Like, what's next for Trick Williams? One thing that I didn't like at the end of that match was Little Yachty coming back, kind of like trying to distract Ricky Saints for then Trick Williams to knock him down, and then Little Yachty doing the people's elbow. I was like, really? What are we doing here, bro? Why is this a thing? But I it's tough because now we're leading. Our next PLE is going to be Saturday night's main event at Madison Square Garden, which is going to be huge. After that, it is SummerSlam, August 1st, August 2nd in Minnesota, and they have to fill that card up. Obviously, Trick Williams is a huge star. He's probably going to be on that. If not, he will definitely be on that card for SummerSlam. People love him. People love the entrance, and they just love his character. So what story are you going to tell leading into SummerSlam? That's really where we want to know. What we really want to know moving forward. But overall, the most important thing we talked about in the beginning is Sami Zayn. I'm so happy for him. I thought this was the right move. I think there was a lot of Cody Rhodes fatigue from the fans and the WWE Universe. And I just don't know what happens. I talked about this in the live stream too. I feel like Cody and Roman may lose and then take a hiatus because, like I said it before, Street Fighter's coming out in October. They're going to start doing this tour soon. So they have to be available. And the only way to be available is to be away from wrestling. You can't be all in and, you can't have it both ways. You can't have half foot in wrestling, half foot in promoting. This is a big film. So, I think this is big for them too because they're wrestlers turning actors a little bit. And this is a big film. And I think it's going to be a big deal in October. So we'll see what happens. Honestly, I want to see Sami Zayn get a little bit of a push here. But I feel like if the internet is saying, Brock comes in, takes the title from him, we're seeing another Kofi Kingston kind of thing happening here. He has the title for a little bit, and it's taken from him right away. And it's unfortunate, but it's coming from the defeat of Brock Lesnar. And that's the sucky part. But this is probably the way how we get to Oba versus Brock.
I think so too. And before you forget, because I know you're going to forget this match, there was a fucking Hell in a Cell.
I forgot again.
There was a steel cage match.
I can't believe I forgot this again.
Rollins. Okay,
I feel bad.
And I know you.
And it was a good match.
Yeah, it was a good match.
So you got me again with this. I keep forgetting about this damn match. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead.
Yeah. So obviously Seth wins in the match, but everyone loves a good steel cage match, man.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what it was. It was a good steel cage match.
Yeah.
And man. I mean, I'm sorry for Braun Breaker, but it was overall steel cage in Saudi Arabia. It was a huge match. So good for them. Good for Seth Rollins, man.
I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting about this match, man. And it was third.
Okay. You hate these guys. It's fine.
No,
it's fine.
I love these guys. I love Seth Rollins. I love Braun Breaker. I kind of feel bad for Braun Breaker. He's done nothing really since his return. And
just spearing people.
He just keeps losing and spearing people. And it's unfortunate, but it sucks. This is so bad. This match was great. I really enjoyed it. I love Seth Rollins. And I thought this was the perfect opportunity for him to defeat Braun Breaker. Unfortunately, he had to, because if he lost, then this story still goes on with Seth Rollins and the Vision, and it has to be over already. So having Seth Rollins win, him and the Vision, it's done. Thank you. Move on. Do we get Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns? Is that what we're going to see at SummerSlam? I keep forgetting about that. I would love to see that because remember, Seth Rollins never lost the title. He got hurt and he had to drop the title. So having Seth and Roman Reigns, there's a lot of history there, from back when they were with the Shield and the betrayal, all that stuff. And they've had multiple battles along the way. This would be the perfect match. But what happens with the Vision? What happens with Braun Breaker? Logan Paul's still injured. Bronson Reed is still injured. Austin Theory, he lost the titles and he has nothing else going on for him. What does he do?
Yeah.
So my whole thing is this match made the most sense. Seth Rollins winning and the Vision moving forward. I don't know if they continue their path with Paul Heyman. We haven't seen Paul either. So what happens now? is the vision broken up? And if they're not broken up, what do you do with these guys? I feel like they all lost momentum, and they are down from 4 guys to 2. Austin Theory is the only one that hasn't gotten injured, and he has nothing to gain from any of this. He only got a tag title run for maybe 2 months, and that's it.
And he's a great wrestler too. I really enjoy watching Austin Theory wrestle. So I don't know where they put him here, or do they wait for these guys to heal from injuries and then they make them go against each other? Like, can you wait that long? You got a whole, like, I'm guessing Logan's got another like 5 months of recovery or something. You know, he just broke his tricep or whatever the hell it was. Recently, it was only like a month or a month and a half ago. So how long do we wait? How long do they wait to push another story? It's all up in the air right now.
Yeah. Well, I think Night of Champions was okay. I love the finish. I thought the beginning was great. There's some people saying that Oba Femi tapped out. I know it looked that way, but it was really just him getting himself hyped. Remember, he's still green. Yeah, even though he's held the NXT title twice and the North American title once, he's been in NXT for some time. He's still kind of green. Tapping on the ring as you're getting choked out 3 times, it's not a good look. It kind of looks like he tapped out, but it was really him, like, hulking up, as they say. And even Jay Uso said, "Wait, he tapped?" And he put that on his IG story, and I was like, "Oh no, don't get the people riled up." And I hope he doesn't come to Monday Night Raw and be like, "Well, you tapped out, pow," and nothing happens from there.
Please stop, please. All right, no more super kicks, no more yeeting. Just stop. You're not gonna beat Oba.
What do we do for this thumbnail now? You did the no yeet. What are you predicting? Joey doesn't like my thumbnails.
I don't know.
He doesn't like my thumbnails with him.
Get a vote. Can you start a poll on the YouTube channel, please? Please. My thumbnail pictures have been getting progressively worse week after week. By the end of it, I'm just like, why don't you put that one? Here, there it is. That's my next one.
What's funny is Jovi, he does like some poses for the thumbnail, and I don't use them because they're all like this. I don't know why he keeps going with this generic. He goes with this generic thumbs up.
I gave you the fucking luchador mask and you didn't even use it. So what's the point, man?
I should have used the one where I CGI ChatGPT his face with the luchador mask. I should have used that one. That would have been better.
You should just ChatGPT my face every week.
Every week.
Just
it's gonna change his skin tone and everything. I haven't mastered it yet. So
just a different race every week.
That was a trend going on like TikTok, where it's like Snoop Dogg as Japanese, Italian, Latino. It was funny. It was funny. If you've seen it, you don't talk about. So
I have seen it.
But that's gonna be it for us. Jovi, is there anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
No, it's good. I need rest, man. Fucking 13-hour drive.
Well, thank you all for joining us. Make sure you go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know whenever we go live or post a new video. Thank you all for joining, and until next time, keep gaming. Peace.